But Nina Senpai is legitimately one of the sweetest, most well-thought, well-spoken, one of the smartest and most grounded people I ever met. Okay? It's like, there are some people in my life that I have a deep, deep respect for, and Nina Senpai is definitely one of them. Okay? And so, she's leaving via her own accord. Okay? So she's not, you know, like, you can put all your weird, like, oh, perhaps this, or perhaps that, perhaps that. You can put those to rest. It was her decision, and we have to respect her decision. Whatever she goes to do next, all we can do is support her and send her off with a smile. And this is a choice that she made and that she's happy with, and we have to respect that. Okay? As much as it sucks to see someone so core to Niji En leave, it's just life. It's going... sometimes it does that. I really don't like to be the kind of person saying, it really do be like that sometimes, but it do really be like that sometimes. Now, I have gotten my emotions out of the way for it, and I think all I can say now is I just want nothing but the best for Nina Senpai. And if that means being outside of Niji En, then so be it. Okay? Yeah, she'll still be my fox mom. You know, she'll still be mom. She's just not my coworker anymore. But nah, she's still mom. She's always gonna be mom. She's just not my coworker anymore. Yeah. Exactly. You know, like, I'm not gonna, like, you know, answer too many questions about it, because obviously I respect her privacy, I respect Niji Sanji, and that kind of thing. In all seriousness though, I'm sorry I'm not as reactive or on Twitter a whole lot. I have very measured amounts of interaction on Twitter, especially during times like these, because like I said earlier, I feel like events like these can bring out a sense of volatility and reactionary kind of, well, just emotions are high and people are very reactionary at these times. Now, within reason, you know, some people are simply upset, and that's fine. That you have the right to be upset. Graduations are sometimes sad events, and I understand that. However, I feel like some people will use this as a quote-unquote weapon, or something to pick at the rest of us with. And so there's a certain amount of volatility and quite frankly some negativity around it that I don't want to see. I'm not the kind of person who looks for trouble. In fact, I try to stay out of it. I've been very keen on measuring my interactions and on Twitter. So I don't check quote retweets, I don't look at this, I don't look for that. I try to just go in, interact with the livers I feel like interacting with, check my art tag, check my live tag, check my general tag, then leave. My apologies that I'm awfully quiet these days on Twitter. I simply either A, have nothing to say, or B, at times like these where Niji En experiences big events, whether it be a graduation or a new wave debut, people tend to be volatile. And I've learned my lesson. I simply do not want to see it. So, for my own sanity's sake, I don't want to get involved, and I don't want to see it. Okay? So, even though I love interacting with y'all and sharing whatever I want to share, I have to look out for myself sometimes. And sometimes that means measuring how long I spend on Twitter. Okay? You know, for someone who works on the internet, you'd be surprised by how little I use it. Okay? And so to protect myself, I apologize. I'm not as interactive right now. I'll go back to being as interactive as I used to be, or at least to some extent I used to be. Not that I was particularly active to begin with. But I just had to look out for myself for the time being. Because right now, to be completely honest, there's like sometimes a cloud hanging over us and it feels awkward at times. And so everywhere I turn, even like on YouTube, sometimes I'll get recommended a video that does not speak of us kindly. And you know, it's I can disregard certain things, but it just kind of sucks when I see it pop up so often. And so I tend to measure my response, measure my interaction to very I tend to filter things, you know? And so even though I can click not interested, don't show me this, don't show me this, things slip through the crack. The algorithm, the filters are not perfect, and I see them. And so I try not to. So that's why I'm a little bit non-reactive, not very talkative, not very posty on the bird app. I've been taking time mostly just to take care of myself, to be honest. I'm on new medication for some stuff, and so I'm just kind of like obviously like on monitoring myself, make sure I'm not, you know, having a heart attack or nothing. And so yeah, that's kind of where I've been lately. My apologies, you know, I don't like doing serious talks a whole lot, but it is what it is. But rounding back to the recent news, Nina Senpai deserves all your love and support, and so does the rest of Etheria. So make sure you give them lots and lots of love, and so you can send off Nina Senpai with a smile. Okay?